Today, I'm looking at the System 1 Black Standmount loudspeaker from Australian boutique maker Lenehan Brothers. Lenehan Brothers is actually quite the family affair. The founders are brothers Russell and Martin, with older brother and renowned Australian loudspeaker designer Mike Lenehan on engineering and consulting duties, while Russell's son Ben is charged with manufacturing the System 1 Black's substantial cabinet. The black in the name comes from Lenehan Brothers' first use of a phenolic-resin material for all the cabinet panels except for the baffle, which is made from a solid wood 40mm thick panel. In this case, red ironbark wood. The phenolic resin enclosure is bonded seamlessly to the touch. It's a perfect transition to the baffle. There you'll find a Morel Supreme 1-inch textile dome high-power tweeter with a Hexatech aluminium voice coil and a neodymium magnet motor. The mids and lows are handled by Sears' highly acclaimed 7.5-inch XL magnesium-graphene cone with a trademark copper bullet phase plug. System 1 Black is reflex ported at the rear, just above the ETI Research single wire bonding posts. The crossover design features high-quality Janssen and Cornell Dubilier capacitors, Goertz copper foil inductors, and Vichy Dale resistors. Internal wiring is Lenehan Brothers' own OFC copper foil. Lenehan Brothers state the crossover has been designed to provide smooth off-axis response, linear phase response, and phase and amplitude correct crossover integration. Key specifications include a flat frequency response in room, spanning through a tight plus or minus 1.5 dB between 35 Hz to 25 kHz, a sensitivity of 86.5 dB, 2.83 volt at 1 meter. Impedance is given as normally 8 ohms with 6 ohms minimum. System 1 Black is very solidly assembled and, in my opinion, is quite attractive. The wood baffle is nicely rounded around the edges and, like I said before, at least on my review sample, it's immaculately bonded to the phenolic resin enclosure. One thing I should mention about the resin enclosure is that it has a random color pattern which may be mistaken for a flawed finish. As you can see from this shot, it looks a little bit like dust, but it's not. The markings, I guess you could call them, are an inherent aspect of the material. System 1 Black can be purchased as a standalone pair of speakers or packaged with a custom-made and very solid stand, which is available in either steel or aluminium, and features proprietary spring-loaded isolation footers. Of course, the stand can be purchased separately for any stand mount speaker. So, how does System 1 Black perform? I think the Lenehan clan have come up with something pretty special. In my room, and auditioned with two very, very high quality power amplifiers, one being my own Griffin Audio Antillean Revelation and the new Mark Levinson number 632, which was in for review. The System 1 Black sounded, I want to say, enormous. This mid-sized stand mount can produce eye and ear opening levels of bass. I guess up into the low 30 Hz or maybe even high 20 Hz range. There's an expressive dynamism that I found quite surprising, actually. On Joe Hisaishi's Merry-Go-Round of Life from his Howl's Moving Castle soundtrack, Hisaishi's piano had a fast attack, a sharp response to the leading edge of notes without impingement into a very natural harmonic decay. Tonal precision was spot on too. Then, when the full orchestra comes in, the sound field belied both the size of the speakers and the dimensions of my room, with a massive spread across all planes. On more frantic music with a hard rock tempo, the title track Old Gods from the stoner metal band Valley of the Sun's 5th release featured powerful drum beats and a big guitar sound, which was precisely separated without swamping the mix of drums, bass and vocals. As you know by now, I don't go into a lot of detail in terms of sound quality, so that's as far as I'll go here. My complete analysis of the Lenehan Brothers System 1 Black loudspeaker will be up on soundstageaustralia.com soon. Thanks for watching.